Black magic. You got to know, got to show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want to hear.
Welcome back to another edition, a dancing edition of RatG TV. It's your boy Zeus, along with me as he is every week, my man, the Wellandwingnut. How's it going, Steve?
Good. Yourself?
You know, I'm living, L-I-V-I-N, as Matthew McConaughey would say.
Yeah.
Hey. We got our show going on today, buddy. We are talking what shows should the folks be watching. What are we watching that we think other people should be watching? Now, we're watching us. This is what people are watching. They're watching RatG TV. Good ebony, guys. Good ebony. Oh, good evening. I was like, is that something they say somewhere in the world that we don't know? How's it going, Luke? Good to see you, mate. I know you're not Aussie. I don't know why I just said that, but hey, let's just go with it. We are talking, like I said, though, about the best shows that we're watching that we think you should be watching. Let us know in the comments. You see it scrolling along the bottom there, what you think everybody else should be watching that you're currently watching. Steve, how's it going? How's your week been, buddy? How's life in the house?
Yeah, it was good. I'm going back to work Monday finally. I had a few weeks off after working this few months this winter, so be good to get back to things and get back to some kind of normalcy. Yeah. Trying to fill my days. But yeah, I had a virtual concert last night.
Yes, tell us about the virtual concert.
So everybody knows there's been no live music for going on over a year now. My last show was Cheech and Chong in London, Ontario in October before all this started. Band that I was supposed to see about a month later in Detroit at a place called Harpo's was Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. Phil Anselmo, of course, from Pantera fame, his new band. They've been touring and they've been doing a vulgar display of Pantera, a tribute to Pantera.
Yeah.
They took it virtual last night, $12.50 for a ticket. There was an opening band. They were a band from Australia, King Parrot, I believe.
Yeah, not a fan of King Parrot. Did the lead singer sound like it was an actual parrot singing?
Yeah, a parrot may have done better.
Jacob Campbell says The Boys, Invincible, The Mandalorian, Final Space, and WandaVision. Some great ones there.
Thanks.
Steve, you still
sounded great. They did about an hour and 10 minutes set. Played some old classic Pantera tunes, and I felt myself rocking in my seat. And I was banging my head a couple songs there. It was a lot more fun than the Metallica drive-in concert last summer. That's for sure. Yeah,
that's what I heard. But you know what though? Like I saw Metallica in what was that 96 when they played the CNE with Guns N' Roses and Faith No More.
It's coming, Luke. It's coming.
Yeah, Metallica's been hard for me to watch for a long time, ever since like Reload, or maybe even the Loaded album, because I think they were all loaded during that album. Right. So you did you like this one? They played a lot of Pantera. You said it was basically a Pantera tribute, right?
Pantera tribute song. They started out the show. They were having some audio issues, so the first song was really, really bad. And then when they kind of left to do their little thing where bands leave, and then they had a few people live there, not too many, and come on, encore, and they came back out, and he's like, apparently the fucking sound didn't work for the first song, so we're doing it again.
No shit.
That was cool.
Right on. Well, hey man, that's good though. They're probably dying and itching to get back into the swing of things as well, which is kind of what they need to do, what we all need to do at this point. So that's pretty awesome. Now we've been doing things a little different here on RatG TV over the last couple weeks. Nobody's complained about it, so I'm going to take that as a positive. Usually if anybody doesn't like something even a little bit, you're going to hear it from everybody. And we didn't hear anybody. So
Wellandwingnut.com at gmail.com just lights up with hate.
Yeah. Luke, Faith No More, still love them. Jordan will probably say, who dat? Jordan will not be on this week. Jordan's busy. He will be back next week. Check him out on YouTube, though, at the Jordan James Show. Got some good stuff, some power of positivity there. And if you're looking for a producer or someone to do some editing, give my boy a shout.
Man.
Or give us a shout, because we work with him, and we will get your shit done. Now, that being said, the change that's been is we're doing the news at the end of the show, giving more time for us to kind of deep dive into the news with our fans. But a lot of the people come in for whatever the topic is, and they don't necessarily care about all the news that we go into. So for those people, we start doing everything for you right off the top of the bat, right at the top of the show. And Jethro, hey man, I'm glad you're loving it. It's
great show.
Yeah, man. For me, this is the greatest TV show ever made. I'm sorry. I have no. Actually, I'm sorry, not sorry. Anyways, so you want to get us started off there, brother?
You want me to start off?
Yeah, we'll get you to start us off with your.
So this is what I'm currently watching. Immediately right now, these are the shows that I'm watching and been watching. So we'll start with number 5, and that's even though I was caught up, I know the new season's coming. It's the last season. It's an extended last season. So I've been rewatching the previous season. That's Ozarks with Jason Bateman. Just such a great show.
Oh yeah. Now see, this is one I still haven't watched yet. I don't know what's holding me back from watching this, because I really do like Jason Bateman, and it was Lauren Kinney, I believe, is her name. Yeah, and she's a great actress as well. It's kind of my kind of show too when it comes to dark shows like that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just waiting for this season to finish.
Yeah, highly recommend this one. Number 4, and that's the new Disney show, animated show from the creators of Rick and Morty, and that's Solar Opposites.
Solar Opposites is great. If you're a fan of Rick and Morty, you will absolutely love this show. It's absolutely batshit crazy, insane, and you can definitely see Rick and Morty all over that show.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on to number 3. I know a lot of people have fell off of this one. I'm still liking it. I'm a fan of the comic book, so we're getting into the last storyline here, the story of the Commonwealth. Huge community of almost 50,000 people with super soldiers, and not quite Bucky, but
I was gonna say, hey,
not the Bucky.
Right there, Kirkman.
We just got the actual official season 10 finale. Because of COVID, they kind of gave us a few extra episodes because the last episode was held back for so long. So they gave us a few more, a little more taste, and then they're going to be coming back with an extended season 11, final season 11. And the most recent episode was a Negan backstory, which I've been waiting for. When they released the comics, they released a Here's Negan, I believe is what it was called, as you mentioned earlier before the show started. And it gives you a total backstory of Negan. Changed a little bit for the show, obviously, which is what they've always done with the comic. But great storyline. You really get to know Negan. You really get to feel for Negan.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I actually read that one too. I really did enjoy that Negan. It was like a one-shot, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe 50 pages. But good book. And gave you a lot more depth to that character that already had a ton of depth, but gave you that backstory that you needed. And
Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just great as Negan. He's killing it.
And his wife, Hilary Burton, played his wife on that episode as well. Megan backstory was even better than the Negan one. Yeah, we're fucking with you. We know, buddy. All right, so that's good. Well, I'm glad you're still liking Walking Dead there. What else you got on your list here?
Number 2, and that's going back to Disney Plus and Disney Plus original, Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of shocked at how much you love this show. And I'm not talking shit about the show, but I'm not feeling it.
It's very predictable. It's I don't know what it is about the show. It's just I don't know if it's the nostalgia of it. It's Emilio Estevez. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah. And
they're
there's the grumpy old man in this one.
really making it.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, well, that's good. I'm glad you like it. And Maggie better leave Negan alone, Luke says.
Oh, right, that look she gave him at the end of this week's episode. Oh,
She gonna die.
yeah. And my number one show. This show has been off the air for a while. It was an FX show starring Nick Kroll from Big Mouth fame and John LaJolie, who's Canadian. Had a few YouTube hits, kind of quirky songs that he sings, very comedic. And that's The League, about a bunch of guys with a fantasy football league, all kinds of cameos from celebrities, guys from the NFL. It's a really fun show.
Yeah, I've never actually watched this, and I've seen it advertised for years, but I don't. Is it on here in Canada?
It's on Disney Plus. Just add it.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, maybe I'll have to check it out. But yeah, no, yeah, I just knew it was a show about a bunch of fantasy leagues, right?
Yeah.
So, well, hey, cool, man. Awesome. I like the list. What do you guys think of the list that Steve put up there? We got some hate up there. I don't know if it was for your list or for a comment. It's Jill Hartley, though, so we know she loves us. We know. Awesome, buddy. All right, well, I'm going to do my list as well here then. Mine's in no particular order, but I figured because you had solar opposites in yours, I thought it only fitting that I include Rick and Morty in mine, something I am currently watching as well. We're all awaiting the newest season to see where that goes. The show is just awesome. It set the stage for solar opposites. You know, kind of piggybacks a little bit on Archer and things like that. You know, going for that highbrow intellectual kind of comedy, like saying jokes that not everybody's going to get and not being afraid of that. So I really, really dig it. I like that, and I like Archer, but Archer hasn't been on for a bit, so I didn't include it in this list. But yeah, Rick and Morty, just too awesome. And Fallon says you had a decent list. I couldn't get into the Ozark, though. Understandable. You got to give us what your favorite shows are, Fallon, what people should be watching. Number 2 on my list. Now, we're only, 4 or 5 episodes in right now. But, hey, I hope you like this because you're a Robert Kirkman guy. And I'm going with the Amazon Prime original, the animated series, Invincible. This show is another show that is just insane, especially for a cartoon. The level of violence that we're seeing in it, and you mix that in with it's Robert Kirkman, so you know as soon as Kirkman's there, you know there's going to be that shock value. There's going to be something happen that you weren't expecting, and that's this show. It's so good. The very first episode, it's basically the cast of The Walking Dead voicing it, though. So, and the lead character is voiced by Stephen Yeun as well, played Glenn. So, yeah, it's a good show. I say again, yeah, nominated for an Oscar for Minori. Yep. Have you watched Minori yet?
No, I haven't.
No, me neither. It might be a bit off topic, but I asked last week, what's Steve's thinking on the Annabelle series? I think there's way more to explore, but wondering what a fellow horror story buff thinks. Have you watched them? Because I've watched the last one, and they don't scare me at all. And that's me saying that.
Yeah, you know what? I've honestly never given the Annabelle movies a chance. I'm an old school horror guy, so I really never got into and this is me stereotyping the Annabelle series because I just kind of lumped it into these, you know, the Conjurings, the Paranormal Activities. I've really gone overseas for my horror movies the last 10 years because Eastern European horror movies, Korean horror movies. That's really what I've been watching the last 5-10 years or so. And Blumhouse, even though they're not the scariest movies, they've been coming up with a really lot of fun stuff lately.
And you mentioned the Korean horror because I hear a lot about that and a lot of Asian horror overall, like
creepy,
right? Because that's where we got The Ring from. That's where we got what was the other one that came out around that time as well? And
Yeah.
they Americanized it. Yes, The Grudge.
Mm.
Right? So I'm just saying there's some creepy shit coming out of there. They know how to do horror. Say again?
I said you highly recommend Annabelle, Luke? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what you think. I'm not a fan of them, and they didn't scare. Like I said, they didn't scare me. So
Hey, I definitely should at least give the first one a try. Give it a day in court.
All right, I'm going to finish off my list real quick here. Then we can get into. You guys can talk to us. Any questions you have for us? We're going to get into the news. Steve's got his 5-second movie review this week, which is Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy. And what's the name of this movie?
Thunder Force.
Thunder Force. Yes, which also happens in Steve's bathroom when he has too much beans. Sticking with the animated, I don't know if you've noticed my list is all cartoons. It says a lot about me. I know. I really get that. But to be fair, it's Ryan's All Things Geek. Number 3 on my list is another beyond insane cartoon that is not for children at all. And that is the Kaylee Cuoco-led Harley Quinn series. HBO Max picked them up. They've got season 3 coming out. If you haven't seen this show and you like insanity with a lot of really, really dark humor, this is a show for you because that's exactly what the show is. And it's got a great voice cast in it. Jason Alexander's on the show. I mean, you name it. Alan Tudyk's in it. He plays the Joker. I mean, Alan Tudyk's in everything. Oh, that's one. Actually, oh my God, that's one I forgot to add to my list. I'm going to honorable mention. If you haven't been watching this, and thank you to my buddy Troy, Fat Jesus Edibles, that let me know about Resident Alien. What a great show that is. The first season just finished up. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Alan Tudyk plays an alien that crash lands on Earth and impersonates a doctor. What's that?
I remember seeing advertisements for this.
It is so good. It is so good. But yeah, Harley Quinn, that's my number 3 show on there. It might have gotten bumped for Resident Alien. Number 4 on my list, or number 2, if you will, depending which way you want to count this up. But number 2 is a show that I can't wait for season 3 to start. I don't even know if you've watched any of this yet, Steve. I know you're not big on superhero stuff. But The Boys on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is just honestly killing it when it comes to the superhero type stuff that is adult oriented. Like, that's for sure. Have you watched this show at all?
Yeah, I'm all caught up.
Oh, no way. No shit. Yeah. So you like it then?
Yeah.
What about Amber? Is Amber a fan?
Yeah, she really likes it too. Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's Carl Urban though, right? That's what it is.
Mm.
She likes the Kiwis. Give me a beer. How about that? You give me a beer. See, I can do the Kiwi almost. Anyways, and my number one show that and you guys hear me talk about it every week. I do a talk show about it every week as well, called the Hop This Way Show. And it is a show that is on HBO Max. It's a show called Warrior. You're seeing the boy Assam right there. That's Andrew Koji, who's playing Storm Shadow? Was that the Snake Eyes, his arch enemy? Yes, Storm Shadow. He's playing Storm Shadow in the upcoming Snake Eyes movies. Warrior is based on the teaching from Bruce Lee. It was a pilot script that he tried to option out to Hollywood. They ended up taking it and making it Kung Fu with David Carradine instead in the lead. This is so much better. Yes, there's a lot of sex to get through, but hey, that's the way shit goes sometimes. But it's not every episode. But the violence is just off the top. The characters are so well written, and the cinematography is great. The stunt work is great on there, and the show overall, like I said, it's one of the best shows I've seen in a long time. I put it right up there with this is going to sound funny, but I put it up there with The West Wing. The West Wing in the newsroom. I'm not even joking. Like those are like my three most probably favorite shows to watch to get my brain going because there's so much going on in this show aside from just the sex and the violence in it. Just one of those shows that I really feel people need to give a shot to. Says I love the boys. What a fantastic take on superheroes. Yeah, man. Fallon says Snowpiercer for the win. We like Invincible and The Servant right now as well. I haven't seen The Servant. I don't even know if I've heard of that one. But I'll check that out.
I haven't seen it.
Snake Eyes will win. Well, yeah, of course he will. He has to, right? He don't need loving. I don't know who you're talking about, but we're gonna just assume you're still talking about Snake Eyes for the win. And of course, we said it had to be shows that we're still. I'm still watching this. Like every day, I'm still watching Night Court, and I have no shame about it at all. You can just hear how much I love it by how my heart's racing. It sounds like motorcycles going by outside.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's definitely probably my number 2 all-time favorite sitcom, right? Just narrowly behind Married with Children.
I don't know better. I don't know. It keeps going on. Yeah, it keeps going out. I think I need a new mic port. Anyways, yeah, it's a great show. But that's my list. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. Hope you like it. If not, let us know what your list is in the comment section. Please, we want to know. Steve wants to know. I want to know. We need some shit to talk about. That's right. Oh, you know what? I just discovered Community. Very funny. I'm a big fan of Community as well. That last couple seasons are a little hard to get through, but yeah, man, that show is really good. Another show with Chevy Chase, though, where the rest of the cast hated him. All right. So that brings us to the bottom of the hour, and time to give a shout out to our sponsors. Of course, that's our sponsors over at DocNet. If you're looking for internet or home phone anywhere in Canada, and you're just looking to cut the prices a bit, but not cut the service that you're getting, not cut, the high speed that's coming into you, give Tony a call over at DocNet. Go to docnet.ca. I say this every single week. The best way to tell how good it is, I have Netflix going in the background. My kids in the other room, in the living room, playing video games online, and we're doing this live stream, and there's no hiccups. So that right there should tell you how good it is for yourself. So if you're looking for that way to, pinch a few pennies, especially at this time where we're all in COVID and all this lockdown shit, this is a good way to, save some money. So give your boy Tony a call over at docnet.ca. Tell him RatG TV sent you. You get yourself a little discount. Maybe. Anyway, so that's it. Now,
validate your parking.
What's that?
They'll validate your parking.
They will validate. No, they probably won't do that either. I'm sorry. We'd like to help you, but we can't. No. So that was it. But now, Steve, it is almost that time for us to talk about your movie. Oh, what about it? Here's another one from the past, but Enterprise is worth another look. I was surprised how good it was when I recently rewatched it. I have to try to make my way through it. I've always had a hard time watching that show. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I have a hard time with Scott Bakula as a Star Trek captain, because I love Scott Bakula. Like The Replacements, Quantum Leap. Yeah, man. Not a big NCIS guy or whatever that show was, but yeah. Anyways, so what movie are you reviewing this week for Steve's?
It's the new Netflix movie, number 1 in Canada right now. Thunderbolt, starring Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy.
Right on.
And
Say again?
And Jason Bateman.
Oh, I thought you said and Cliff Clavin. I was like, oh my god! And now I'm really gonna have to watch this movie now. I don't know why I don't have the picture up here because we do have the photo. But yeah, Jason Bateman's in this movie as well. He must have a huge deal with Netflix.
Jason Bateman is hilarious in this movie.
Did you?
I don't
like
want.
the-
I
Go ahead.
don't want too much away about his character, but the movie about people that are affected by this comes from the sky, this virus, and affects people and turns them into these sociopath superheroes.
Oh, and now you. Whoa, easy there, Crab Man. Is he Lester the Lobster? Oh no, I don't even want to know right now. I tell you what, I'm dying to find out what you thought of this movie. So let us no longer wait, or wait no longer. It's time for Steve's 5 second movie review by Steve. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. All right, so you got the movie here. Steve looks like a crab. No, he just has crabs. Sorry about that. All right, so Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer. All right, buddy. I'm going to put 5 seconds on the board. You're going to give us your review. If you're ready, you may begin.
Melissa McCarthy was a force of thunderous laughs with help from Octavia Spencer.
That sounded pretty positive. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, a lot of big laughs in this movie. Like I said, Jason Bateman is he's a big part of this movie. The other guy, Bobby Cardinale.
Oh yeah, Bobby Cardinale. He was in Ant-Man. He's in everything.
Yeah,
The
he
Italian
plays
guy.
the main villain. Jason Bateman is kind of his sidekick in this one. Great cast, funny movie. It's a good time. It's turn your brain off for an hour and a half and just laugh.
Right on. So if you were going to give it a score, what would you give it a score? What was your score out of 10?
I'd probably give it a solid 7.5.
Wow, man, that's pretty decent for that movie. Damn, man. All right, well, and good thing I got the picture up in time there. So Octavia Spencer, this is called what?
Thunder Force.
Right, so here you can see it right here.
That's the main villain right there.
The main villain right there.
Yeah.
All right. That's Bobby Cardinale portraying Clanny.
Cardinale, yeah, as Clan Shark.
Clanny, yeah, Clanny Clan Shark.
Even his sidekick Crabman.
Okay, be fair. Am I going to hate this movie?
I honestly don't know because I really thought I was gonna hate this movie going into it.
Yeah.
Just because I love Melissa McCarthy, but her movies to me are either usually very, very funny or I walk out of them.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, did you like their last movie together? Identity Theft?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, they're good
Jason
together.
Bateman
And, they have a little bit of a love connection in this one. It's so weird.
Here's a question: Is Melissa McCartney or McCarthy's husband in this movie?
Yes,
Is he?
Yes, and he is. He has a couple of really great scenes.
Yeah. Good. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out now. You bastard. You bastard, because I know I'm gonna hate it. I know I'm gonna hate it.
I anxiously see how anxious I am. I can't even say it. I anxiously await your review.
Do you? He's like, yes, actually I do. You know what? All right, well, let's just get to the news and see what everybody's thinking in the world of Twig.
Did you catch my pun? I don't know if you usually catch my puns with my reviews.
No, I didn't.
The help from Octavia Spencer.
Oh, I didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
Help. Clan Shark still reminds me of Blazing Saddles scene. Boys. All right. Well, we're going from laughs to unfortunately some sad news. Listen, 2021's been like a fucked up year, but as for celebrity deaths, it's been a light one as opposed to some of the past years we've had. Nothing's been as bad as 2016, but 2020 was pretty shitty. And we felt like at least with this kind of thing, 2021 we're going to get by. Not the case this week.
No, Death took he took about a week off, I think 2 weeks ago, and he was up in Canada last week, I think, and now, yeah, he must be using his frequent flyer miles because we got a long list.
Yeah, man. Start us off, buddy.
We broke this story last week. Our show went live just a few hours after this story.
Wait.
And
DMX show, man. Sorry.
yeah, Rough Riders, man. DMX, 50 years old. He had suffered a heart attack as a result of an overdose. We mentioned last week. He had a rough childhood. He was abused physically and emotionally by his mother as early as 6 years old. Smoked a crack-laced cigarette at 14 years old, given to him by someone who was responsible for looking out for him. Got him hooked on drugs right then and there, and he struggled his whole life. His family flew in to be with him for 7 days. He was on life support. His 15 kids and his girlfriend or now wife, I'm not sure, all made the decision to pull the plug as he was showing very little to no brain activity as he was oxygen deprived for almost 30 full minutes.
Yeah, man. And we're seeing such an outpouring of love for him. We saw that all when it first took place last week. We knew it didn't look good at that point because he was basically, we reported he was brain dead, right? At that point?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so it's sad. At least he's not suffering anymore. But like we said, so much love he's getting from everywhere. And some celebrities, I'm like shocked to hear that they were, Rough Rider fans. So I thought that was the only people that I thought that was people from Saskatchewan.
Or Ottawa.
Yeah. Well, they're a little more red black. That didn't even. Yeah, that one fell short. All right. Well, let's go from bad news to bad news.
Moving on. One of the heads of the longest running reign of royalty, the Queen's husband, Prince Philip, passed away at the age of 99. We knew he'd been in the hospital for the past couple weeks. So no surprise, I don't think. At 99, succumbed to, what's coming for us all. And that's,
Father Time, man. Father Time is undefeated when it comes to this game. So, well, as far as we know. I mean, if you were an immortal, would you actually tell people you were immortal?
Right.
I mean, I don't know how you would hide that nowadays, though. Like in modern era and shit, like you'd have to have no digital
footprint.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Rip Prince Philip, the original not giving a shit speaker, an awesome, caring person. Yeah, we're seeing an outpouring of love for him as well. All right, more bad news.
Yeah, moving across the pond, famed British actor Paul Ritter died at the age of 54. He's most known for being in Harry Potter, Half-Blood Prince, and another great miniseries that was on HBO, and that was the Chernobyl series.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that one. Is that a horror movie or a horror series?
No, it is a direct retelling of the events of the Chernobyl meltdown, and it is heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to watch that one. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
It's amazing what some of those people did to try and stop, prevent it from being way worse than it already was.
Wow.
People sacrificing their lives.
I'm not trying to compare this at all to that. Just thinking of heartbreaking. I had to review The Impossible for He Said, She Said tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was a mess watching that movie. I'm telling you. Young Tom Holland, though. Holy shit. What a powerhouse.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what a powerhouse of an actor he is. He's got like 2 other movies out right now that I want to check both of them out, tell you the truth. One of them's with Daisy Ridley. Mm-hmm. So, should be good. And Luke Tuff agrees with you. Chernobyl was an amazing, great series.
Yeah.
All right. So, bad news to bad news.
Moving on. Walter, I hope I get this right. Oakleywitzk, 72 years old. Most known for Twin Peaks, the TV show, which ran three seasons. Also in the movie, he was in The Client with Tommy Lee Jones and Susan Sarandon, and he played a great character on one episode of Seinfeld. That was a very memorable one for Seinfeld fans, I think, where he played the cable guy that was trying to get into to turn Kramer had an illegal cable hookup that he didn't know about, and they were trying to come and turn it off. And the doctor, we'll be there between 9 and 1. And
Yeah.
Kramer always made sure he wasn't there whenever they showed up. So it was like a whole back and forth thing, and yeah,
Smart. He gave that idea to millions of people afterwards too, right? I'm just looking at his filmography now because I feel like I saw him as a villain in one of the Ernest movies, like Ernest Scared Stupid or something.
Yeah, possibly.
But he's been in a lot. He was in
he had
Raven,
a very big list of credits. Yes.
The Client, Batman the Animated Series. He played Carmen Falcone. Night Court. That's where I saw him. 5 episodes on Night Court.
Episode of Night
He
Court.
was Walter Pimp, Mr. Doyle, and Mr. Friedman. He was on Who's the Boss. Yeah, he was on everything. And then Twin Peaks, like you said. All right, but Mr. Belvedere. Rip, brother, rip. Tom Holland is great, but don't trust him with a secret. Yeah, fair. I like that about him. And dude, like this is a lot of bad news.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Second last. People from the 80s will especially remember this guy as the dad from Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman. He was also on F Troop and in the original Longest Yard with
Burt Reynolds.
Thank you. 84 years old.
84. I want to say that's a long life, but I feel like if you hit 80, you should at least make it to like 90.
Mm. And last but not least, this one's a scary one. We don't usually report on stuff like this, but with the deaths of the Benoit family, suicide of Junior Seau, we had Wade Belak, so many professional athletes with CTE doing these kinds of things, not just suicides, but unfortunately, Phillip Adams, former NFLer he was a corner for the 49ers, Seahawks, and Jets, got up Wednesday in South Carolina and went to the house of a very prominent local doctor, where he killed him, his wife, his 2 grandkids, and a guy that had been working on the property, and then turned the gun on himself.
Like, there's so much more to this story. There has to be. This can't just be random.
His father was interviewed shortly after the news had broke. He said that his dad said that football changed his son.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He had a fairly short career, 6 seasons, suffered quite a few concussions, which is why his career was very short. He said that he was just drowning in child support and struggling to find work, just in a really bad way.
So, wow. I wonder why, I still wonder what the connection is to that family. And I wonder if I don't know, man. Your brain just goes everywhere, right? Oh my God, I didn't realize Phillip Adams had died and taken his family with him. I don't know if it was his family. It was the family of the doctor, right?
It was a prominent local doctor. Again, yeah, like you said, I'm not sure what the connection between him and the family is, if any. There's not a lot on the story yet. We're still trying to learn what exactly happened on that day. So,
Yeah. And we go from a heartbreaking story to yet another heartbreaking story. Yeah, you got this, buddy.
yeah, great. If you're a fan of late night talk shows, which we both were, David Letterman, especially for me, very frequent guest, and that's Jack Hanna from the Columbus Zoo, longtime director of the Columbus Zoo, has retired from his public life due to dementia.
Yeah, that's sad, and that's what that one that I think everybody's really afraid of. Like, if your body breaks down, as long as you've got your mind, right? They always say, and yeah, it's rough to see. And he's such a good guy, such a great guy. Seems so amazing. Yeah, Kat, we're with you there. I see, but that's still a heartbreaking. Yeah, you're right, Luke. It's incredibly heartbreaking. All of this is heartbreaking. It's been a rough few days this week. You know, it was a tough one. So, but let's kind of move into something that's maybe not happy, but a little happier. I know this makes you happy, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's been announced.
I liked when it first started. I kind of fell off of it, but then when I went back to it, I kind of fell in love with it again. And I thought that the last few was actually really smart writing, despite this what you may think of the actual storyline of these movies. I thought it was some really good writing in the last few. Jigsaw, and now we know we're getting the Spiral series with Chris Rock, and now we know that since Jigsaw, Saw X, which will be the 10th in the Jigsaw series to come out, is in development.
And they said it'll follow Spiral. Do they mean it'll come out after Spiral, or is it going to be in the same? Like, are they all in the same contained universe?
They're all in the same contained universe. I'm not sure yet what the connection to Spiral is to the Jigsaw and Saw movies, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Well, hey, man. You'll have to wait and see because I ain't watching that shit.
I will wait and see. I will review it for you.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. And it was a big week as well. I'm sure you're happy your sweet tooth was satisfied with some of the viewings we got this week. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Your next story.
My next story.
Yeah, right after Saw.
Oh, yes. Teaser trailer released. Ghostbusters Afterlife, of course, starring Paul Rudd, who was featured in the teaser trailer, and Stranger Things' Finn Wolfhard. This is set to be released November 11th of 2021, and the trailer was great. It featured little mini tiny evil Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. Yeah,
man. And they went after everybody except for Red. Well, they went after Red, but it looks like he gets away. Yeah. This seems to be where he kind of is introduced to that world. Luke says something good here. He says, well, if it helps anyone out there, you are loved. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. I love you all, which is very good of Luke to say. We tell you guys all the time as well. If you're watching this on Ryan's All Things Geek, we have a post pinned right to the top. If you need someone to talk to, you can message us. A lot of you have done that and messaged us, and we just sit there and listen to you because we're not professionals. We can't help you, but we can be there to listen. But we also gave a list of all the numbers across the world for suicide helplines and the likes of that to help you if you're, in those dark times. Because, like you said, you are loved.
Everybody right now, so
that's it. Everybody needs it. All right, so moving on. Talking about Ghostbusters, man, this is starting to hurt my heart. Bill Murray, we know. First, it was the Garfield thing. Like, one, you're taking scripts without reading them, and then shitting all over the movies afterwards because you didn't read the script ahead of time. Bill Murray now is pretty upset with the new Ghostbusters film because he's claiming he was tricked into it and tricked into wearing those heavy proto packs at his age. I get it, and I get him being angry and stuff. It's just I feel like all I hear from Bill Murray lately is just him being angry about something or other.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just everybody's always angry about something nowadays. But it's too bad because we do know it was Bill that kind of was holding up the Ghostbusters sequel for the longest time. And Luke, hey man, we're just happy to help anybody. All we did was just listen, like we said.
Pay it forward, man.
Yeah, that's it. Pay it forward. Do the same for somebody else. What's going on, Ronnie? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're enjoying this fine evening in Niagara. But yeah, so that's the Bill Murray thing. You're up next. What do you got, buddy?
Spin-off of a show that me and you both really loved, Dark Side of the Ring, which is coming out with a third season. No news on that yet, other than it's coming. A couple spin-offs. We know Dark Side of the 90s is also coming soon.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Come on.
Date for the new Dark Side of Football, and that is May 13th at 10 o'clock on Vice TV.
Yeah, see, I'm all right with this one. Did they announce any of the episodes?
They have not actually aired or any titles or content for any of the episodes. It was a small teaser trailer featuring a couple of testimonials from probably excerpts from the docs. So,
wow. We will see. We will see. Yeah, it should be awesome. I've got, if I seem distracted, it's because I've got the WWE network on in the background. And,
WWE.
Because it's WrestleMania weekend, and leading up to WrestleMania, they always do the Hall of Fame induction. And this year, in the celebrity wing, they added the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. Sharon! This is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't get to see that yet. I'm gonna have to watch it because I'm pretty sure that happened last night. That they did the inductions. It's usually the night before WrestleMania, and seeing as though WrestleMania is 2 nights, and it's starting tonight. I think it was yesterday. But when we get a clip of that, we'll put it up when we can. Well deserved. He was WrestleMania 2 or 3, I think. Cyndi Lauper.
Was that the one? Yeah.
Well, Cyndi Lauper came out in the very first one with Wendy Richter and Captain Lou Albano, but I think she was out with another one with Ozzy as well.
And,
anybody fans, let us know.
And Bob Uecker.
And Morton Downey Jr. Remember that guy?
Remember that guy.
Roddy Piper. Can't smoke in here.
From the Prince of Darkness to the Prince of Nikes, I don't know. The Prince of Evil Nikes. This is a story we've been following the last couple weeks. Lil Nas X had partnered with a company called Mischief and took 666 pairs of 1997 Nike Air Maxes and modified them, adding a few weird elements, along with a few ounces of red dye. There's also 1 drop of human blood in each pair.
Now, is that supposed to be the human blood that we see running along the side there?
Yes, along with the red dye, yes.
That looks like a lot more than 1 drop.
Well, it's 3 ounces of red dye.
Oh, okay.
And 1 drop of human blood, yeah. So anyway, Nike had obviously jumped all over this one, saying, "Hey, you can't do this, man. These are our shoes."
Right.
Immediately got a court injunction. Nike has already won their ruling. All 666 pairs are being recalled. So I'm sure a few of them have already gotten out there, and they are going to be worth a bundle.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, are you going to buy a pair?
No.
Not
for the sticker price of $1,081. No.
Well, you know what? Talking about big sticker prices, Netflix just signed a big deal with Sony to exclusively keep a lot of their movies on Netflix, including Spider-Man and the likes, which is pretty fucked up when it got, I mean, that's great for Netflix and for Sony. Sony, though, what's the deal, man? Like, just give Spider-Man back.
Right.
Or make that deal, do that same deal with Disney. Disney would have paid you twice the money to do the exact same thing. But this deal, though, also includes all of Sony Entertainment's other property, Tarantino, you got Jumanji, you got the Bad Boys, whatever that is up in the top left. Top left. Remember that from the 90s? But yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, cool for them. But I still want to see Spider-Man go back to Disney. Just needs to be there for real. Just came out for a Siggy. There's a big argument going on in my neighborhood yard. Seems the neighbor had sexual contact with another neighbor. It's breaking news. I'll let you know if it's a fight. All right, you're our man on the street. You make sure you get us some breaking video of that, and we'll try to get it up if we can. I literally will try to post that if he sends it to us. All right, so from Netflix and Sony.
Are you a fan of made-for-TV movies?
Some.
Are you a fan of Russian made-for-TV movies?
Oh, da, tavarish.
1991 made-for-TV movie, Lord of the Rings Russian version has resurfaced on YouTube after years of being lost in this big cosmic universe of ours. I watched about 5 minutes of it. Obviously, there was no English, so I didn't really know what was going on. But it was something else.
Dubbed? It wasn't dubbed for you?
It was not dubbed. No, I guess I probably could have put the subtitle option on but I just wanted to give it a quick look. It actually looked to me like it was a musical version.
Oh.
Yeah. Very weird.
Whatever, I guess. I mean, awesome. You know, and looking at this picture, though, it does a little bit look like Martin Freeman, who played the Hobbit in the very front there. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But talking about stuff being made for television, the newest CW show out is the Powerpuff Girls live action. We reported on it last week. Donald Faison joining on to play the father. We got the first look at the cast as the Powerpuff Girls here. A lot of people aren't liking this. I don't know how, like, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the Powerpuff Girls, so I don't know much about them. So I'm not sure what people are offended by this, just this one still photo. Someone was saying that the girl in the green should be pouting more. But this looks like it's behind the scenes. This doesn't look like they're actually filming yet. So it looks like she's like talking to someone off camera and she's out of character. So I don't know. But yeah, that's a thing. Why don't you speak Russian? The neighbors are still arguing. Da tavarish. That's why, because I can only say da tavarish.
Fedorov? Konstantinov?
Mogilny. Pavel Datsuk.
Speaking of Russians, Tara Reid.
Well, that's a great segue.
Tara Reid has said in an interview that American Pie 5 is on its way.
Come on. Is the entire cast back?
Yeah, not a lot was said. I think this story seemed like a lot like Tara Reid being very hopeful because I think Tara Reid needs to eat. Right, and
Sharknado's done.
Right.
Why didn't she just pull an Ian Ziering though and get on those profits? Like, you know, what do you call that? She gets a piece of the action. Residuals.
Yes.
Residuals. Come on. I mean, I guess, sure. Have you, like, I've watched, what, 3 of them?
Yeah, I think I saw maybe 2 or 3 of them.
And yeah, I had to stop. And it just doesn't do it for me anymore. And if people are still watching them, people still want them, good for them. It's just not going to be on my radar.
Yeah, I agree. But I'll review it when it comes out for you.
Thanks, buddy. We'll make you review it. You get all the shit. You get all the shit. Speaking of getting all the shit, Space Jam 2 is taking a lot of shit from fans right now. People were first really upset. We even talked about it, them taking away Pepe Le Pew. We both agree. Well, maybe not agree with, how maybe sensitive people are of the Pepe Le Pew, but we get it. If it could be triggering for some people because he doesn't take no for an answer, we totally get that. But we were of the mindset that the scene that we were told that was in it of him being his chauvinistic, doesn't take no for an answer self, having a girl smack him out, or not even smack him out, but lay a verbal smackdown on him, telling him why it's bad to be a chauvinist, and then LeBron come over and tell him as well, and then he learns to be a better person. I think we both said they missed an opportunity there. They did that, but they kept in a scene that was straight out of this movie.
Clockwork Orange. The Stanley
Orange. Thank you. I just have a hard time ever saying that just because I'm still disturbed by that movie. I'm even more disturbed from when we went to go to the Stanley Kubrick exhibit at TIFF.
Was it the rape scene?
Yeah, that was triggering. When Stop it. It was so bad. I felt like I was watching it too. Thank you. I'll be here all week. But no, it seems a little silly. I mean,
it's parody for a reason,
right? They've gone quiet. Hopefully, they don't watch RatG TV, or my car will get fucked up. And he says Clockwork Orange. Yes, it was. Thank you. And we hope you don't get your car fucked up on our behalf. So that's it with Disney. Like, what are you gonna do? Not even Disney. That's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but speaking of Disney, Disney made an announcement regarding the new Avengers campus that will be debuting at Disneyland parks, amusement parks. The opening date will be June 4th, and they said that they will also have another big announcement regarding what he considered to be the Holy Grail and first retractable lightsaber.
Shit. I wonder, didn't that guy in Canada make one?
So the ones I've seen have always had a big cord to a huge energy source.
Yeah, but I think the Hacksmith made one that wasn't.
Yeah, maybe.
I had a trailer for a story I was going to show later, but maybe I'll just tell you about it and change what we're actually going to share. Because, I was going to tell a story about Elon Musk showing the monkey, put a chip in a monkey's brain.
Right.
And the monkey is playing a video game with its brain. That shit's messed up. But let us get to this. Sorry, what was I looking up here?
We're talking about lightsabers.
The Hacksmith, thank you.
Yes. Do you want me to do my next story while you're...
Yeah, you can do your next story. Well, actually, I got it right here. You even get to hear the commercials.
I feel pretty.
Oh, so pretty.
I can hardly believe I get simple ways to submit and track your claim with Bel Air Direct.
I'm sorry about that.
Those are just red hot sticks. That's just a red hot piece of metal. That's not even a real lightsaber. Your lightsaber sucks, and you should feel bad, too. Luckily, I have thick skin, since I've read over 500,000 comments on my YouTube channel. That's equivalent to like 200 full-length novels, by the way. So despite the trolls' best wishes, we have not given up. which is good since, you could count on one hand the amount of people
Lot
in
of
this world
commercials.
actually working on. So look at that.
Oh yeah, look at the cables though.
Is that not a lightsaber? This beam is really cool. It's actually burning at around 4,000 Fahrenheit, which means it's capable of cutting through a lot of stuff. Should we cut through some stuff? Whoa. So this is actually our old lightsaber blade made of titanium. And look at that. It's already white hot.
That's crazy.
That is so bright. Jesus.
But they do have the cables on that.
The really cool thing about doing a flame like this is we can actually color it using salts. Let's start with some boric acid. What color do you think is going to turn the blade? Got your guesses?
Samuel Jet.
Ooh, look at that. Next up, we have calcium chloride. Ooh. Look at that red orange. That almost hurts to look at. We have some strontium chloride. Woo! That is like a road flare. This actually hurts to look at. Look at that. Finally, we have some sodium chloride, also known as salt. Woo! And look at that. We've got Ray's lightsaber right here. Is that not cool?
What's that?
So we're able to produce a blue lightsaber, a green lightsaber, a red lightsaber, an amber.
All right, that's good. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. And Luke had the comment there. It's only a lightsaber if you can cut through Darth Maul. Or Darth Maul. I showed up late, guys. Why do I have Night Court behind me? Because at the top of the show, we talked about our favorite shows we think you should be watching that we're watching currently. You can go back and watch it later. But yeah, that's pretty neat. And that was it was retractable, but they'll get there. They'll get there. Baby steps. That's all, Speaking of, cutting through everything, cutting through all the competition right now on HBO Max, Godzilla versus Kong, destroying Zack Snyder's Justice League, which, okay, that one was free, so that shouldn't have kind of worked that way, but also already beat Wonder Woman 1984. So, I don't know. Is the age of superheroes kind of slowing down a bit?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with obviously more theaters being opened up, not only around the world, but in the U.S. especially. Like you said, the worldwide take for Godzilla currently is $285.4 million.
Come on. Which is pretty insane.
It beat Wonder Woman's opening weekend of $16.7 million, which was had been the biggest pandemic opening. Godzilla took in $48.5 million on its opening weekend.
I mean, and given the time and the climate, that's actually not too bad. But still, when you consider what they spent to make it and how bad it was. Going back to shows to watch, Bones, series 1 to 6 is pretty good. A bit tits up after that, in my honest opinion. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Bones, honestly. Couldn't get into it. David Borealis, that is crazy. So King of the Monsters, King of the Box Office. What do you got, buddy?
Next story. Someone was going through some old stuff, opened an old drawer and found in the package 1986 mint Super Mario Brothers cartridge. They put it to auction and it sold for a record $660,000.
Damn. I almost feel like it could have went for more. Is that wrong of me to think that? Is it wrong of me to think that?
No. There's a lot of people
like I would have thought it would have went in the millions, honestly. Wonder Woman 84 is okay, but let's face it, after that, the mall scene, it's not great, eh? Yeah, well, honestly, even the mall scene, there was some really, really just bad acting. And it felt like there were choices that were given to the actors. Not so much that they were like I feel like and I hate to put it on Patty Jenkins because I think she's awesome. Honestly, I do. It's just I feel like she was like, okay, it's the 1980s. I need you guys to be way over the top. But people weren't over the top in the 80s. The clothing may have been, but I mean that's all relative, honestly. So for me, it was a lot of the acting and just a lot of the choices in the movie. I don't know. Sometimes, and that's just it with movies. You get a vision in your head and you take a swing and you hope for the best, but you're not always going to hit them out of the park, Sometimes you're going to swing right through. But you know what? If we're looking at it as like a baseball analogy, she got a hit in her first at bat, struck out in her second. She's coming up for the third, like there's still lots of time, for her to right the ship. Speaking of righting the ship, a lot of people in the States kind of think that the only person who can right the ship in America for both left and right is none other, speaking of WrestleMania, but none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Newsweek came out with a poll today saying 46% of Americans want Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as president. He talked, and it's funny because he jokes about it in his TV show. I think we said that a couple of years ago too, that we were like, oh yeah, The Rock will end up running. It seems to be the thing to do. Celebrities running for that, and he mentions it in his show as well. So I don't think this is any. I kind of feel like he's been putting the seeds out there himself.
Yeah.
But he did comment on it in the Newsweek. He said on Twitter, he took to Twitter and he's like, humbling. I don't think our founding fathers ever envisioned a 6'4", bald tattooed, half black, half Samoan, tequila drinking, pickup driving, fanny pack wearing guy joining their club. But if it ever happens, it'd be my honor to serve you, the people. Yeah. What do you think of The Rock, President Rock?
Yeah, I can hear detractors already asking what exactly was it that The Rock was cooking back in the day.
Well, whatever he's cooking, it seems to be working for him. David, you got it right. Please stop using the TV guide to pick presidents.
Right.
Right? Well, where did it start? With Reagan, right?
Yeah.
Reagan was an actor, and then, yeah. It is what it is. Schwarzenegger was governor, the governator. I mean, yeah, good times. Good times indeed. But yeah, that's my last story of the day. Reagan was an actor and a great president. Well, he was an actor.
An actor, yeah.
He was definitely an actor.
Was an actor.
Yeah. Yep. Give me my jelly beans. Nancy, where's my jelly beans? Jesse Ventura. And all right. Okay, but here's the thing with Jesse Ventura, where he's different from all the other kind of celebrities. Jesse Ventura was a Navy fucking SEAL. Then he was the governor. I mean, and then he wanted to run as a third party for president. I think he tried once. But yeah. Old school Jesse Ventura, like 20 years ago, Jesse Ventura, I would have been down with him running for the Oval Office.
40 years ago, Jesse Ventura would have been even cooler with the big pink boas.
Right. Shut up, McMahon. Yeah, so great. So great. Reagan was the spokesperson for GM and still was after he was president. Exactly. We're not doing politics here, though, tonight. We'll do that on another show, I promise you. Maybe one day. Didn't Clint Eastwood hold office for something? You know what? He was the mayor of Carmel. I believe it was Carmel that he was the mayor of. Yeah, he was the mayor for a while. He spoke not eloquently at all at one of the Republican rallies one year. Spoke to an empty chair. remember us doing the story on that. Oh, hell yeah. Stone Cold could probably give The Rock a run. But The Rock would win. The Rock has everybody. He's got the minorities. He's got the capitalists. What's that?
Those would be some fun debates.
Right. It's all swearing. That's it. Gentlemen, please. And then they just start scrapping.
Crack old ones.
Right. Chair shots. Love it. My God, he just killed him on the Declaration of Independence. All right. Well, it's WrestleMania time. This has been a good show. I think we should call her a day. Seeing The Rock with his guitar sing after he won, he would too. He would sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow is what he would sing. I would want to see him do the Moana dance, though. Roddy Piper saw aliens. He's got my vote, you mean? Yeah, vote. Roddy Piper's dead, though, and Canadian. TV mature debates. I like it. Yes, sir. All right, well, folks, this has been fun. I hope you guys all enjoyed the show. If you guys have some topics you would like to see us do, give us a show. We'll put them out there. We do have a Patreon page. Go to Patreon. I think it's Ryan's All Things Geek. I never know, honestly, offhand. But look for that at RatG TV, one of the two. But go there if you want to help out, and you can give us some ideas, some study ideas, and we'll give you a shout out like we do to our boys Gord Hogue, Nathan Cochran, and Alan McGuire. I'm just saying these names off the top of my head. I'm not looking, but thank you guys. Anyways, for the Wellandwingnut, it's your boy Zeus. Peace out. And if you guys want to watch us, he said, she said, tonight, 10 o'clock. Peace.